Okay, so sometimes I like to write down video ideas, right? You know, just throughout the day, come up with story times or different videos that I want to make, right? Jesus Christ, I'm putting on a hat. This fucking hair is atrocious. So I'm kind of like stumped. Like I just I couldn't come up with anything. Usually I'll have a bunch of stories that come to mind. I had a wild like couple of years of my life where there's a lot of shit to talk about. But for whatever reason, today I couldn't come up with shit. I couldn't come up with shit. Nothing came to mind until for some reason I started thinking sexually. So I'm like, okay, first time I get my dick sucked, first time I have sex, first time I masturbated. Like like I just started thinking about all these things and I'm like, dude, I am fucking disgusting. Like, but dude, it was literally every single story that I could come up with. Everything possible had something sexual about it. A pregnancy scare, like a story about the time I had a pregnancy scare, like a bunch of these different things. And I was like, fuck, man, is there nothing else that has any substance in my life that I'm just forced to talk about things like that? It was actually kind of sad. I was like, fuck, I ain't shit. So maybe my YouTube channel will just turn into a fucking bunch of soft porn stories or some shit like that. You know, maybe I'll just use my fucking body. Maybe I'll use what my body's done in its past to fucking blow up my YouTube channel. Who fucking knows, dude? It's all over the place. But literally everything was like, first time seeing a naked woman, first time doing this, and I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm a fucking pervert. It was all bad. It was awful. I honestly had like a coming to Jesus moment where I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm so glad I like cleaned up my life where I'm, you know, that's not all the things that I think about nowadays. I mean, I'm still young, I'm a teenager and all that, but it's just not on my mind as much as it used to be. But I swear to God, I was having like an existential crisis thinking about myself. I was like, dude, why is the only thing that sound entertaining to me have to do with some type of sex? I mean, I ain't out here getting girls or nothing like that. Trust me, I am a fucking nerd and I stay my ass inside. But I used to talk to the other sex. And for those of you that might be a fucking nerd like me, that the women are terrifying. Nobody wants to have a conversation with a woman. They look like fucking Medusas. Every time I see them, I just imagine Medusa. That's why I imagine I'm talking to. I imagine if I look this woman in her eyes, I'm going to fucking die. And now I have nothing against gay people. I love all type of people. Gay people, straight people, people that are a little bit of both. I don't care what you are. As long as you treat me with respect, you know what I'm saying? But let me tell you, I gave my parents a very easy time knowing my sexuality. I think probably by the age of 2 or 3, they knew this man is some type of straight. I think it was the boobs, man. For any of you that remember being like 3 years old somehow, if anybody remembers that, oh my god, dude, those things were like, I mean, a pair of them was fucking more valuable than $1 million, you know what I'm saying? I would have taken a pair of those over a fucking house at the age of 5. And I think this is where all the perversion started. I was like 5 years old in Save Mart with my mom, and I think, I don't know what the fuck happened to me that day, but every mom that was just trying to get her children their SpaghettiOs and fucking and Cheerios, I was all over them. I don't know, there's something came over me. And I think in general, every man has that moment where they're like, holy shit, I want women. But for some reason, mine came at a very young age. Maybe that's not rare, maybe that's just how it is, but I don't know. I felt like I was always advanced. I feel like I always got that earlier than the people around me, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I wasn't very public about it, but honestly, you guys know that one character from Sandlot, the one with the glasses in the first couple of films? I was like that kid, you know, the kid that fucking brings the lifeguard over and like does mouth to mouth, but then ends up kissing her. That's the type of kid I was. I was a fucking perv. Now, I mean, I didn't have the balls to pull off a stunt like that. I mean, back then, that was like robbing a fucking bank, you know what I'm saying? There was a lot of planning that went into some shit like that. I didn't have the balls to do no shit like that, but I tell you what, all those ideas came to my mind. I just never had the nuts to do it. And what made this worse is that like 2 of my best friends at the time were like not on this level as me. Like they were normal, you know what I'm saying? Like just, you know, later to the party than I was. And trust me, I was early, and I'm not proud of it at all. And I don't even know what caused it, because I didn't even really get like super bad video games or get to watch like rated R movies when I was like 7 years old, you know, unless they were like murder movies like Chucky and shit like that. So I think I was just fucking destined for it to happen. I think it was just in my fucking DNA. But man, trust me, I knew I was straight very young. Pretty sure one time I even tried to get breastfeeded by someone else's mom, like one of my friend's moms when I was younger. I mean, I was a true player, you know what I'm saying? I had the moms on me then. I don't have them on me now, but I would take them. Honestly, I'm super glad I had like a nerdier, I don't know, not nerdy, but you know, just less mature friends growing up, I guess. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but I'm glad I had friends that weren't doing all that crazy shit. I mean, like I had my first kiss at like fucking 14 or 15, and it was the first out of all my friends. Like we were all super late bloomers, don't get it twisted. It's funny thinking about those times. This fucking nerd, dude. Look at this fucking nerd. Already got gold. You gotta switch guns. How many kills did that guy get? Fucking loser. Absolute loser. But I think the only thing that saved me was fucking having sisters and a mom that like really cared and like watched me. Like if I was like on the loose, I just lived with like a dad or like men. Oh, I'm sure I would have been a completely different kid. So shout out to my sisters, shout out to my mom. I think they kept me sane, kept me from doing bad things. But man, such a little pervert, dude. I take full pride in it. I take full fucking pride. I don't care.